Hello. All right. So I was going to go live yesterday for a couple hours, but I was hanging out with a friend and we decided to just hang out for a little bit. And I really didn't want to make it odd and just like, hey, just like drop a live stream on a friend. So we're going to be painting this here rolling giant from the oldest view, which I am looking forward to. It's fun. We got some hair, got some skin. I'll just get started. Depending on if we can get the giant done on time. We might be moving on to our other two midis that I've got to get done this week. We'll see what happens. I'm gonna find a spot to set up my camera real quick. I want to put on some background music, but I'm not sure what I would be able. To like get away with. You know, because like I want to listen to like some Talking Heads. You know, some Wang Chung, some Devo. I'm not sure if I'd be able to because YouTube hates me. We're just going to do some lines here on his face. Let's work around his eyebrows. We've got our paint a little bit watered down. So we're just doing some movements, just make sure we got everything in nice coats, just to make sure everything is actually uniform here. Now we are going to be doing some weathering later in order to make this look aged. It doesn't really matter all that much, but you know, just me being a perfectionist, there's like a slight discoloration like around the lips. That, you know, just otherwise would kind of bug me. Okay. Hello to my two viewers. Oh, never mind, we're down to 0. All right. Okay. So we're going to let that dry for a little bit. And while we let that dry, let's move on to some of our other models. Okay, let's set them right there. I have a base here that is wooden planks. It's supposed to look like a creepy old cabin. And this one is meant for our miniature of Wendigoon. my favorite YouTuber, Wendigoon. So we've got little Mini here, where he's got his little gun, he's got his cross, he's got some deer antlers and night vision goggles. Decided to make him look pretty cool. He's got his, I'm gonna turn that off. He's got his gun strapped to his back. It looks pretty cool. I think it's kind of neat. But yeah, there's our miniature of Wendigoon. You know what? While I'm working on this skin tone, I suppose maybe I should just get started on that too. So let's go there. Let's do that. We're going to get started on Wendigoon. It's all about precise movements. We're going to be painting the YouTuber Wendigoon here, who is my, right now, my favorite YouTuber. I love this guy's stuff. Dude is insanely funny. Love his content. And the guy's all around extremely awesome. I love the guy. So we're just going to be putting some paint on his arm here. Again, we're not too worried about accuracy, but we're just trying to get a nice thin coat. And then we're going to be coming back later with a second thin coat. Just trying to get it all on where his skin tone is going to be. Oh, my thumb was in the way. Are you the man you wanted to be? You know, I am, actually. I'm doing all right for myself. You know what? I'm doing all right. I might not be perfect, but if I was perfect, that wouldn't leave me any room to grow. You dig? So, I think I'm doing okay. There's still things I want to be. Still things I want to do. I'll be the first to say I'm not perfect, but hey, that means I'm willing to grow, willing to get better. You know, how are you doing, Tofu Crumbs? I don't think I've seen you before on the channel. That was a deep question. I like that. I like that a lot. I'm doing great. Thanks. Yeah, man. I'm doing good too. I am. I'm getting excited, man. This weekend I'm going to go meet... get rid of that. This weekend I'm going to meet Wendigoon at his event in Dallas for the Stalker Shadow of the Zone tour. Been a fan of his for a couple years, and I figured, hey, let's make a gift for the guy who's given me so much joy. Let's have some fun with it, you know? But yeah, that's I'm just going to be chilling here. We're doing some painting. It is nice and relaxing. It's very neat. Thank you. Yeah, I took up miniature painting as a bit of a hobby once I moved to Texas, and I've really enjoyed it. I have really enjoyed it. It is extremely relaxing, and I just kind of wanted to share that. And normally when I do this, I just throw on some music and I just chill. But I thought, hey, you know, for something like this, I wanted to kind of like share the processes that I've learned. So there he's got a painted arm. We're gonna keep working on this. So let's see here. Where's my? Right now I'm working with a Kislev Flesh by Citadel Color. So we're just going through this. I've got a little tray here, and it's just a little dish to help keep the paint wet. And I'm just working with little bits of it that I'm kind of like thinning out as I go along. I think this might need a little bit more water, so I'm going to do that real quick. I'll be right back. Go ahead and ask questions while I'm away. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. So, one thing I really enjoy doing is, I really enjoy painting. It's nice, but, oh yeah, I should probably shake this up. It's like Toy Story. Take a scoop of that. I'm going to add that back to my dish. Make sure it's nice and thin before we continue on our journey here. I'm just going to keep going until my phone dies, and then I'm going to go to bed. I'm already at 15% battery, and streaming is probably going to drain this, so we're just going to see how far along we get. You know? Worked pretty hard today. Got a lot of work done. So I'm just kind of like treating myself. And you know what? That's what I was going to talk about. You know, I'm doing really all right for myself, man. I got a job that pays well, and I love doing it. Although sometimes it does kind of kick my ass. But I've got an apartment that's my own. Like, sure, I don't own it, but, you know, I'm the one paying for my own apartment, and that feels pretty great, you know? I'm living in Texas after spending so much of my life in Oregon, which was not a good place for me. You know, like, don't get me wrong, I got family that lives in Oregon. It's my home, it's my hometown, but there's really nothing for me there. So I'm glad I could kind of escape a little bit. Well, actually, a lot of bit. Anybody want to ask any questions? Looks like we still got a viewer. I'm hoping it's Tofu Crumbs. I like that deep question from earlier. Feel free to ask anything. I'm mostly just chilling here, and I enjoy answering the chat stuffs. I'm going to be doing some more of these streams throughout the week as I kind of off and on as I tinker with this project. So feel free to subscribe if you want to see more of these as well. We just chill, you know. We're just chilling, man. We're chilling and painting. That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. Normally I listen to music, but you know, I'm kind of enjoying just the talking to myself. It's kind of neat. Why does it keep focusing back there? I want... Because there's text? Let's try this. Right, no text anymore. Focus here. My thumb was in the way. Sorry about that. Just readjusting on my chair here. On my couch. Who's this figurine? We are making a miniature of the YouTuber Wendigoon, who's one of my favorite YouTubers. Later this week, I will be meeting him at his event in Dallas for his Stalker Shadow of the Zone tour. It's a fan film he and some of his buddies made based on the Stalker franchise of video games. I haven't played any of them, but I have a good buddy of mine who has, and he will never shut up about it. But, he also doesn't shut up about a lot of video games, like War Thunder. He's got pretty bad Asperger's, but he's still my best friend. I love that guy to death. Take a bullet for that guy. He knows who he is. Nice. I'm not sure if you know who Wendigoon is, but the dude is awesome. So I'm making this as a little bit of like a fun thing, because I saw Wendigoon talk once on Twitter about how he finally got to play Dungeons & Dragons for the first time, and he loved it. So I thought, hey, you know what, let's do something fun here. I do a ton of 3D printing. I like a lot of his content. I'm going to get to meet the guy. What if I made a little mini of Wendigoon and gave it to him? So that way, if he ever gets around to playing D&D again, this next time he can play as himself. I was a little bit sloppy with this brush, but that's okay. We're just doing a thin base coat. So there he is, Wendigoon, and the Rolling Giant, which terrifies him. We've already done 2 thin coats on the Giant. I could... Okay, I'm going to let the chat decide. Do we move on to our 3rd mini for base coating, or would you rather see some cool shading stuff? I'll let you guys make the comment. What do you want to see? Gosh, I hope there's still people here. Abyssal Mass says I watch him. That's sweet, mate. Thanks, man. Excited. I'm really excited. Anybody wanna... Okay. Well, nobody's here. Or at least nobody's commenting anything. What do y'all think? Do you want to see me do more base coating on the 3rd figurine, which is this one here of Papa Meat, aka Meat Canyon? And he has a little base here. It's supposed to be a graveyard. Yeah, but would you rather see basing or shading? What do you want to see? Because if we do shading, we're going back to the Giant. Kind of move on to my more... Let's go for it. I'm going to guess that that's more basing. I'm going to just make a guess. We're just going to do as he says and go for it. Okay, let's do that. Turned off my AC for this, so you guys can hear me instead of the fans blowing in the background. So it's getting a little toasty in here, but that's okay. That's okay. But the base coat on Papa Meat, you got it. I wanted to show off the one thing I made for Papa Meat, which I think he would appreciate. I gave him just a massive ass. I thought it was really funny, and I figured you guys would find it funny too. He got the dumpy. Yeah, I thought it was funny. I like Papa Meat. Dude's funny, especially on Creepcast, which I think is really good. I like to make minis of the Red Thread podcast, guys. I've been listening to that lately. I'm not all caught up yet. I'm listening to the Voynich manuscript. No. It's the one right after the Voynich manuscript. What was that one? Is that the no, the Tylenol murders? That was before. Oh, what's the one right after? I'm blank on the one I was listening to. I was at the very beginning, but I thought it was interesting. I'm not sure why my camera never wants to focus on the thing I'm actually working on, but you know what? I think that just comes with the territory. What's really cool about this model that I 3D designed in Hero Forge is that it's Papa Meat. His arm is on fire as he's controlling fire. A 3 versus Gyat. I don't really like that, but thanks, I guess. He's controlling fire, and he's got this baseball bat, which is also on fire, as a nod to both the chicken sandwich video of his and also his Brazilian backyard baseball. Yeah. And that's fun. He's got a little baseball bat that's on fire. Thought it was kind of cool. In his hand, he has it's a little energy bottle, like he's going to the gym, which is great for his gamer subs. So that's supposed to be his gamer subs flavor in the bottle. We've got he's got a little sweatband on. A huge ass. His base has some other storytelling to it, and so it's supposed to look like a graveyard. You know, it's supposed to look kind of nasty, swampy, like a graveyard at night. As you can see, we've got the headstone there, but right here, we've got a little ale, like a little thing of beer, cask of ale. The reason being is because that's supposed to be a reference to Cask, which is Papa Meat's alter ego in his music that he makes. He makes music under the name Cask, and it's pretty good. So I decided to make this as a nod to his song Graveyard Lover. Is that the one Backrooms Creature? Yes, it is. This is the one from what's the oldest of you? Is the thing that just scares the crap out of Wendigoon, and I thought it'd be really, really funny to when I meet Wendigoon, because it terrifies him. I thought it would be really funny to make a rolling giant Hot Wheel car. So I'm gonna get some fabric and lay it over this like it is in the video, and find out ways to secure this to it, so that way it's gonna be a an actual rolling giant. It's fun. Yeah, the hands are going to have to be done separately, because we're going to be painting those kind of greenish and then going over it with glue. And then I've got some flocking stuff, but it's not here right now. It's actually at my office. I'll have to pick up for later. So that's kind of neat. Will you record the meeting him or not? I will try to. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. So because I've got like these 3 things here, right? I figured, well, I'm gonna need to find a way to carry all these things. So I'm going to make a 3D printed coffin in order to hold all this stuff, which I think is gonna be really, really cool. But I figured if this is supposed to be for Dungeons and Dragons, right? Well, what good is a Dungeons and Dragons gift without some dice? So these are from Misty Mountain Gaming. I am not sponsored. I am just a huge, huge fan of these guys. I want to show off this dice to you. So nobody has seen these yet. I literally just got these in the mail today, so you guys are going to be the first to see these. This is a set of dice that I ordered. These are really cool. These are the Wendigo Shattered Dice set. No, I'm sorry, Shattered Glass Dice set. Wendigo Shattered Glass Dice set. Look at this. You got a deer skull right there. I'll roll through these. So there's your 3. Here's your 3. So 1. Here's your 2. There you go. Here's your 2. 3. 4. Your 5. And finally, your 6. These things are wicked cool. I mean, just like, come on, these are dope. That's the D6. Oh yeah, I would love to see his reaction to this. I think it'd be awesome. I would love to record that for you guys. I'm just not sure if I'm allowed to. I'm gonna shut that. And then finally, let me show you guys the D20 before I put these dice away. So in order to hold all this stuff, I'm gonna make a little miniature coffin, which I'm excited for. But here's the D20. And on the 20 itself, you have this little stick effigy type thing, which I think is a nod to like the original Wendigo lore of like the cannibalistic spirit, because like the original Wendigo is more akin to like a vampire-esque tale rather than like this deer-headed creature, and I think these are really neat. I can no longer set foot in Canada, or I'll be immediately ripped to shreds. But that's okay by me. Canada's not a real country. Yeah, I think these are just some pretty cool dice. I love those dice so much, dude. Same. I might have to order a set for myself to keep, and just because like that'd be so cool. But yeah, I love those dice, dude. So we got Papa Meat here. I'm gonna do some base coating, and then I'm probably gonna go to sleep. Let's finish base coating his legs here. See where we're at. Anybody have any questions about any of these minis? The D&D player in me wants to buy them. Oh, dude. I'm genuinely considering buying like a second set just because those are really cool dice. I will admit they are a little bit hard to read at like a glance, but if you wanted them for just like for show, then yeah, they're really cool. I think they are wicked cool. Like if you look on like the inside, they're labeled as like shattered glass, and you can definitely see that on the inside of the die, where it literally looks like something has been trying to break its way out, like some sort of like, not like eldritch being, but just like some ancient horror that we really don't want to mess with, has just been like trying to like cram its way out of a singular die, and that is wicked cool. We're doing his toes here. He's got sandals on. I gave him sandals because I thought it was funny. It's not a reference to any of his videos. I straight up thought like, this will be funny. Let's give him Daisy Duke shorts and sandals. If I had more disposable income, I'd have a dice collection. I do have a dice collection, and I don't have a disposable income. So what does that put me? Dice for dinner. I kid. I'm joking. It's dice for lunch. This other coat, I think I thinned it down just a little bit too much, but that's okay. We can just come back later and do a couple more coats, It's all good. We are making really good progress. So long as I get these things done before Sunday, we're good. I'm probably going to have to get some extra foam and stuff and like stuff it inside the coffin thing I want to make. But that reminds me, I also need to take the time to take my 3D printer apart, fix a couple pieces, and put it all back together. So I might not stream that day that I do that. What's your favorite class or race to play in D&D? Now, I've only played a small handful of characters. Um, of the three that I've played, I played. I'll just tell you their names, okay? And you can. I'll tell you their names first. So I've played Zadok McCready. That was not my first. I'm sorry. Let me tell them in the order of which I've played them. I played Titus Mudarath, Zadok McCready, and Robert E.O. Speedwagon. You can guess which one was a very unoriginal character. But my first character I ever built was a Triton Artificer. Because I had a buddy who was explaining D&D to me, and we're just going through it. He went through it in alphabetical order of every single class. I'm just like, no, man, that first one, the Artificer, you're telling me I can play an Inventor? That's dope. That's really cool, especially for me, right? Just like I grew up watching like MacGyver, and I love inventive characters and building stuff. So I love Artificers. Then decided to make him a Triton, which is basically like your Atlantean. And because Aquaman is my favorite superhero. And I'm just like, yeah, this is great. This is an awesome character. So a Triton Artificer will most likely be something that I'm going to be doing multiple times in the future, just because it's something that's really cool to me. An underwater inventor, that's such a neat concept. I dig it. I dig it. Let's see here. So we can do meets neckline here. That sounds fun. It is fun. The other character I play is a character called Zadok McCready. Been playing both of these characters for about 2 years now, where we've been alternating every weekend between two campaigns. So Zadok McCready is a changeling druid. I spoke with the DM at the very beginning of the campaign, and we did some flavorings in order to make Zadok into John Carpenter's The Thing, because that is one of my favorite movies of all time. And when I heard we were going to be playing Icewind Dale, which is like in the ice and the snow and the freezing cold, I'm like, oh yeah, let's take my favorite movie, bring that into D&D, and let's turn the one of the most horrific villains of movie history into an actual being you can play as. And John Carpenter's Thing is just, oh, what a good movie. So I'm glad I was able to make something horrifying, really. Like, there are things that happen in the game, like Zadok's head will split open sideways and take a bite out of someone that was attacking. And it gets to the point where like even like the guys I play with are like, dude, what the hell was that? Because none of them have seen John Carpenter's The Thing. So like they're all always like, I don't know what you just did. Oh, you see, I ate a man alive. Uh, he's also me now, and we get into like that gross body horror of The Thing. It's just like, dude, what is wrong with you? And that is hilarious. And one of the things I did was I actually did straight up just like eat one of the villains that was trying to kill us. I forgot her name, but it's just like there was a bounty out on her, and we absolutely could have taken her in alive. But nope. So changelings can turn into anybody, and druids can turn into any animal. So I playing a shape-shifting shapeshifter, which is extremely fun. And anyway, this lady tried like multiple times to kill us, and I was a saber-toothed tiger, and then I ate her. I like just straight up just went for the jugular and nom 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 nom. And everybody was like, dude, that was so unnecessary. It's like, well, I mean, I also do this wild voice for Zadok, which was double shape shifting. Exactly what I'm talking about. Yeah. And it's like the character Zadok is insanely fun. And keep in mind, my phone might die any minute now. But the character Zadok is extremely fun. And it's like I do this weird, funny voice for him that is based off of Old Man McGucket from Gravity Falls. So it's just like Zadok will say just the most insane, unhinged things you've ever heard, and it's always in like this like weird, funky voice. Just oh, yes, yes, Zadok, yes, Zadok, help. Oh yes, oh yes, Zadok. So anyway, there I was, married to a raccoon. It's just stuff like that. So it's just like I don't do the voice the entire time. Only when Zadok needs to like talk to somebody, and it's always something along the lines of like, "All right, yes, we have heard report that there are bandits." Oh, bandits, no good. I would eat the bandits. Zadok doesn't like bandits, and it's gotten like. He has like absolutely just like low charisma. There's just no charisma going on there. There's nothing, and people are like, I don't like that guy. It is awesome. He's just your resident insane homeless man. I have fun with him. So here we have Papa Meat, Wendigoon, the Rolling Giant, and a set of dice. Ooh, that's for later. But okay, now that we've done our base coats, I will have to come in later and do a second base coat on these two guys, just because that's the way painting works. You always want to do multiple thin coats rather than one thick coat. It helps to preserve the details of your miniatures. You know what? I think now is a good time. My first character I played was Grung. Grung is the frog people, right? Grung Ranger called Anxolo, and he only spoke Elvish, his native tongue. There was only one player in the party that can understand him. That is hilarious. I love that. Yeah, I like that. That's great. Ooh. Ooh, ooh. Okay, I've got a Seraphim Sepia. Oh.